For decades, the formula was simple. Go to school. Get a stable job. Work 9 to 5. Climb the ladder. Retire safely. That formula built the middle class. But what if that system was never designed to last forever? What if the 9 to 5 job, the thing most people still depend on, is slowly becoming obsolete? Not disappearing overnight, but eroding. Quietly. Because something fundamental has shifted. Technology, economics, culture, power. And by 2030, the idea of one job for life may sound as outdated as factory assembly lines from the 1920s. This isn't fear content. This is pattern recognition. The question isn't, will jobs disappear? The real question is, what replaces them, and who wins in the transition? Part 1. Where the 9-5 model came from. The 9-to-5 job was never about freedom. It was about control and efficiency. During the Industrial Revolution, factories needed standardized labor. Workers showed up at the same time, left at the same time, performed repetitive tasks. Time became measurable. Productivity became trackable. And eventually, corporations adopted the same structure. Office buildings replaced factories. Cubicles replaced assembly lines. But the structure stayed the same: fixed hours, fixed salary, fixed hierarchy. This model worked because the economy was predictable. Companies expanded slowly. Technology evolved gradually. Skills stayed relevant for decades. If you became an accountant in 1985, you could retire as an accountant in 2025. But that stability depended on one thing: a slow-moving world. And we don't live in that world anymore. Part 2. The 3 forces killing the 9-to-5. There are 3 massive forces reshaping work. 1. Remote infrastructure. The pandemic didn't create remote work. It forced companies to test it at scale. And many discovered something shocking: productivity didn't collapse. In many cases, it improved. Companies realized they could reduce office costs, hire globally, replace full-time roles with contractors. Once leadership sees cost savings, the system changes permanently. Offices shrink. Hybrid becomes normal. Geography loses power. And when location loses power, the traditional office structure weakens. 2. Automation and AI acceleration. Automation isn't new, but the speed is. Routine tasks are the first to go. Data entry, scheduling, basic analysis, customer service scripts, content drafting. When technology reduces the need for repetitive labor, companies optimize. They don't eliminate every job. They redesign them. One person now does what 3 used to do, with tools. This creates a new rule: if your job is predictable, it's automatable. And if it's automatable, it's vulnerable. 3. Cultural shift. Gen Z and younger millennials don't view work the same way previous generations did. Loyalty to a company has declined. Job hopping is normal. Freedom is prioritized over long-term stability. The idea of 40 years in one company feels unrealistic and unnecessary. People want flexibility, autonomy, multiple income streams, ownership, and companies have noticed. The employment relationship is becoming transactional, not lifelong. Part 3. The illusion of stability. The 9-to-5 feels safe. But safety is often perception, not reality. Mass layoffs happen. Departments get restructured. Roles get outsourced. You can be loyal for 15 years and still be replaced in 15 minutes. That's not cruelty. That's economics. The traditional job promised security, but in reality, it offered dependency. Dependency on one employer, one paycheck, one income source. In an unstable economy, dependency is risk. The new definition of security is different. Security now means diversification. Part 4. What replaces the 9-to-5? The future isn't unemployment. It's fragmentation. 1. Portfolio careers. Instead of one job, people will have multiple income streams, consulting, freelancing, digital products, investments, content creation, advisory roles. This doesn't mean everyone becomes an influencer. It means income becomes layered. One skill, right pointing arrow, multiple applications. A designer can work freelance, sell templates, teach online, consult startups. One identity, multiple monetizations. 2. Skill-based economy. Your employer used to define your value. Now your skills define it. High-value skills become portable assets. Examples: sales, negotiation, digital marketing, data analysis, strategic thinking, AI integration. When your skill is portable, you control leverage. When your role is fixed, your employer controls leverage. 3. Personal brands as assets. Attention as currency. People trust individuals more than corporations. A personal brand creates opportunities, authority, negotiation power, audience leverage. Even employees with strong online presence have more career control. In the future, reputation will be searchable and monetizable. 4. AI-augmented professionals. The winners won't be anti-technology. They'll be enhanced by it. The best marketer won't compete against AI. They'll use AI to outperform other marketers. The best entrepreneur won't avoid automation. They'll integrate it. Productivity multipliers will define income gaps. Part 5. WHO loses? Every shift creates resistance. The most vulnerable are those who avoid learning, those who rely on outdated credentials, those who depend on one employer, those who confuse routine with value. Comfort becomes dangerous in fast-changing systems. The uncomfortable truth? Adaptability is now a core survival skill. Part 6. Practical strategy for viewers. If you're watching this, here's what matters. Step 1. Audit your skills. Ask yourself, if I lost my job tomorrow, what can I monetize independently? If the answer is unclear, that's your focus. Step 2. Build a second income stream, not to quit immediately, but to reduce dependency. Even small income builds leverage. Step 3. Learn to sell. Selling isn't manipulation. It's communication of value. In the new economy, everyone sells. Freelancers sell services. Creators sell ideas. Entrepreneurs sell solutions. Sales is universal leverage. Step 4. Build digital presence. You don't need millions of followers, but visibility creates optionality. Optionality creates power. Step 5. Think like an owner. Even if employed, act like an operator. Understand costs. Understand margins. Understand strategy. Employees who think like owners become irreplaceable. Part 7. What 2030 might look like. Imagine this: fewer massive office towers, more distributed teams, more independent professionals, more AI-assisted productivity. Careers become non-linear. You might be employed at 25, freelance at 28, launch a business at 30, consult at 35, invest at 40. Not chaos. Evolution. The rigid ladder becomes a network. The 9-to-5 job won't disappear tomorrow, but its dominance is fading. The future doesn't belong to the most obedient. It belongs to the most adaptable. The safest career won't be a job title. It will be a system you control. Income streams, skills, reputation, leverage. The death of the 9-to-5 isn't the end of work. It's the beginning of autonomy. The only question is, will you adapt early? Or will you wait until adaptation becomes survival? If this changed your perspective, like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for deeper breakdowns of money, power, and the future. Because the world of work is changing, and those who understand the shift shape the outcome.